What up, people? It's your boy Brooklyn Kid. I just got done watching this TV show, New York Undercover, and it basically had to. It basically just made me want to do a video on this because I saw something about death penalties, and I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. First off, I wish I could have done this video a long time ago, but I didn't really get a chance to do it. But the death penalty, I'm not for it, and I'm gonna tell you why. You see, I feel that in a way, death penalties. You see, it's very hypocritical, and why I feel it's very hypocritical because we live in a country where, of course, not even in a country, but we live in a world. Excuse me, where they say that murder is against the law. Murder is wrong. Of course, we all know that. We were brought up knowing murder is wrong. But if you want to sentence someone to death penalty, whether they did something wrong or not, you know what I mean? I feel that it's more like you're guilty. You're just as guilty as that real criminal. You're just as guilty because you're really killing that person. Let's be honest. No one deserves to die. Although, it's sad to admit it, we're all gonna die at some point. But no one deserves to be put to death by another human being. So I feel that in a way, if you sentencing someone to the death penalty, regardless of what the situation is, right? Then you just as guilty. Now that's just my opinion. You feel me? Now, some people may ask, well, what do you think is the better solution to the situation? Well, I say put them in prison for life without parole. That's what I think. Now, some of you guys may say, gee, don't you think that prisons are making too much money nowadays? Or don't you think that the prison systems are filled up? Well, they do have prisons outside of the country. I don't know if that's possible that they can be sent off to, do their prison time over there. I don't know. But either way, you can figure things out without having to put somebody to death. You feel what I'm saying? So this whole death penalty thing needs to stop. I'm glad that, at the time, President Obama, when he was senator of Illinois at that time, he was not just himself, but he and the other, the other legislators. I don't know. That's the name of, the I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but he and his people, he and the people that's in charge of the state of Illinois were able to put a stop to that. You feel me? So I'm like, we need to do that here in New York and everywhere in America because, this is just plain hypocrisy right here. Putting people to death just because they put somebody to death. I mean, don't you think that's a little think about it. It's pretty hypocritical. You know what I mean? You're not promoting death, but at the same time you are promoting death in a way because, you feel what I'm saying? I know some people gonna say, man, you never had no one that died in your family that got shot up, that got stabbed, you never had nobody that got raped, molested, and thankfully I don't. But at the same time, if you really think about it. We live in a society today that, of course, people kill a lot of people. People die every day from gunshot, stabs, you know what I mean? Terrorism. People die every day from that. But at the same time, my thing is this, right? My thing is this. You want death penalty for that person? You're just as guilty as that person because you want them to die just because they supposedly kill somebody. Now, I'm not justifying what they're doing. Mind you, I said put them in prison for life if that's what they did. You feel what I'm saying? If that's what they did, Put them in prison for life. You feel what I'm saying? But putting them to death, come on now. That don't make any sense. That does not make any sense. I'm sorry, I'm not for it. And I feel that they're just as guilty because I mean we like to quote scriptures in the Bible and say, oh, God said, murder is wrong. Well, death penalties is wrong. Abortion is wrong. Abortion is murder too, just in case y'all didn't know. You feel me? Abortion is murder as well. So when you abort a child, although, excuse me, I'm going off on a tangent. When you abort a child, all right, you're killing the child as well. So, yeah. And I'm not trying to judge anyone that has aborted a child, but that's just facts. You know what I mean? We like to go around and say, oh, but it's the woman's body. She chooses what she wants to do with it. But yes, that is true. It is her body, but she decided to lay down with that man. So, when you lay down with a man and you procreate with that man, chances are he has a part of your body. So really, it ain't all your body anymore. It's not just your body anymore. It's because he has a piece of you. You feel me? He has a piece of you. So yeah, he is the father of that child. So he has a say in what's best for the child. So I look at it like this. Although, like I said, this is a little different from what I'm talking about right now. If you're going to have a child that you don't want it, give it up for adoption. Don't abort it. Why? There's plenty of parents out there. Not parents, but plenty of adults out there that would love to be parents. Plenty of adults out there that plenty of couples out there that can't have kids. You feel me? And they will kill to have a child. Give it to them. Give it up for adoption. If you know a level-headed, responsible relative, all right, that's loving and caring, and can give stability to a child, hey, why don't you give it to them? Give it to the auntie. Why don't you give it to the grandma? Cousin. Or like I said, give it up for adoption. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, going back to the death penalty, I personally don't agree with it. You know what I mean? I really don't. And I feel that when people are for a death penalty, they're just as guilty as that actual criminal or supposed criminal. They're just as guilty for that. So, yeah, if you say you don't promote murder, why would you promote the death penalty? Because the death penalty is actually murder. Right? Think about it. Because you're actually putting someone to death. When you put someone to death, you're murdering them. So yeah. So like I said, the best solution for the quote unquote criminals, I say is putting them in prison for life. That's the best solution. That's the best solution, man. Alright. Anyway, leave y'all feedback. Let me know what y'all think about this. Alright. Y'all be easy. 1.